If you like getting surprise packages from yourself, then you should probably order from Japan or China, where it takes 30 days to receive the package, by which point you're not sure what you ordered or why. I know that's true for me in this case, which should make this opening somewhat interesting. But first, this is your Geek Fix. From reading the description, you probably know that this item is a surprise item. I ordered it a while ago. I do remember generally the category. I do know that it's something to do with Studio Ghibli. I think specifically it's either Totoro or Kiki's Delivery Service. One of those two. I also know that it should be small items. Although, I gotta say this. So some time ago, I ordered this guy, and he came in a package that was also about this size. So I can't say exactly that it's going to be something small, because I've run into that before. When I ordered him, he was supposed to be big like this, but when it arrived, it was all compact, which means that somebody's job is just taking these and squishing them down and fitting them into a small package. So who knows what is in here and how big it is. I also have a tentative plan related to whatever's in here, because typically these small items are used to make atriums, like this one that I actually purchased made like this. I got this in, I think, southern Utah. So it is a Totoro diorama that has, it's also an atrium, and atriums are somewhat popular with these types of figures. So I went to Walmart and bought this atrium in the frame section, and by prying it apart, I did find I could take off the top. So I'm planning to do something with this and some dollar store items that I'll show you later on. So without anything further, let's go ahead and open this thing up. So one thing I can say about this is that they have no shortage of packing tape in China, and I can't open it with my bare hands, so I had to resort to scissors. And there we go. And inside is more packing tape wrapped around a lot of bubble wrap. I can say though, I can finally make out at least one of the characters, and I can see there's more than one that's in here. I don't see Totoro yet, but I can see this is a Totoro package, and at least one of the characters is pretty cool. So now just to get this off and try to be careful, because some of the pieces are so small. And it looks like inside there's more of that bubble wrap, but I can now see what's inside more clearly, and it looks like I can just pull it apart. There's basically 2 bags here, or 3 bags, or 4 bags. There's a lot of bags. I could pull the inner bag out, but I don't want to give away too much what's inside here, so I'm going to try and pull it out one thing at a time without giving too much away. The first thing that we have, I only see one part to. Let me see. So I don't know if it broke, or it looks like it might be in 2 pieces that go together. Maybe like that. So that's the bus station where they waited. I think I have to glue it together because it does not want to hook together. But anyway, so there's that part. Then we have an umbrella, which also I think hooks together. Oh, maybe that's part of that. There's a little green line on it. which I'll put right there next to the bus stop. It looks a little out of proportion compared to the real one, or the cartoon, but still, the one that was on the cartoon. Same difference. We have the frog, and I'll put him right here next to that as well. Next, there's two more things that are in here, but before the big thing, Totoro is not in there. I'll spare you the wait, or I'll spare you the disappointment. There's no Totoro in this package, but we do have a tree spirit, and we have a dust spirit. I can't remember what they were called from that show, My Neighbor Totoro, but I think maybe it's called a dust spirit. I don't know. Has the little eyes on it. Dust spirit. And finally, the biggest reveal, or the biggest character in this lot, is the cat bus. Apparently, there's also a piece of corn, cob of corn. I won't hold that up to the camera. There we go, cob of corn. Finally, there's the cat bus. Looks like he has articulation on his front paws and the back two paws. The four paws in between are stationary, but the tail also has a little bit of give or articulation. Inside there's no seats, but we do have the rats on the front and the back for the lights. And so in general, pretty detailed, pretty cool. So the next question is what we're going to do with these items. Now, as I said earlier, we're planning to make sort of an atrium like this, using this atrium that I got at Walmart, which does pull apart. So I'm hoping, it doesn't look like everything's going to fit in there very well, but we should be able to create something that looks pretty good. So the first thing I'm going to do is fix the sign and glue together an umbrella, and when I've done that, we can get started. Okay, so now it's time to take the atrium and see if we can get everything to fit and attach to our stand. Okay, I think we're going to start. The problem I'm having is the ground doesn't want to let any of these things fit, so I'm having to press them down, and if I'm not careful, it exposes some of the styrofoam that's underneath. So I'm just going to slowly push on these areas and see what I can get in there. Next, I'll go ahead and put in the frog. Again, I don't have enough room to make the glass go on afterwards, unless I push him farther into the dirt. So that's what I'm going to have to do there. But in the end, he fits pretty well. Part of the reason why this might be harder to fit is because the frog and the tree spirit are a little bigger and more detailed than the other diorama. So we'll start out with the sign that I fixed. We'll put on our tree spirit. followed by our umbrella. I'm having a lot of problems with the umbrella too, mostly because it doesn't want to quite fit. And because each time I lift it up, even though it's glued to the ground, the soil on the top of the fake soil that's on top of the styrofoam is coming apart, so it's separating each time I put it on. So I think now I have it pretty secured. I made sure it was glued to the sign as well. And now for our dust mite, or dust bunny, or dust spirit, whatever he is. I've got him on there right here in front of the sign. And now we'll take our corn, which I was thinking about not even using the corn, because I honestly can't remember the reference there. But I'm going to use it to try and cover up some of the area where the soil came off when trying to put on the umbrella. So that just leaves putting on our cat bus, which I've decided to put up here in the leaves, where he'll save some more room. Also, he was always on top of things and saw the show, so I think this will fit. And then this way, he should be out of the way of that glass when I put it on, and kind of wrap the whole thing together. Let's see. I was actually able to use the fact that his arms articulate to be able to better fit him in here. I'm trying to make him curve around the bush a little bit more without losing any of my space that I need. And now to see if we can get this on the top. So we can try to fit it around everything. And ooh, it's going to be a tight fit for sure. I almost think I should have secured him a little bit higher up. And so that's what I'm going to do. Try and put him up a little bit higher inside of the tree. See if that helps. Kind of just literally putting him on top of everything that's here. And see, something a lot of people don't notice or know is that the destination on the front of the cat bus is graveyard in Japanese, supposedly. It's graveyard in Japanese. That's not bad, actually. I kind of like that. Looks like he's kind of flying around in there, and doesn't look half bad. And there we go. Well, I hope you like this unboxing and Totoro cat bus diorama thing that we made. If you like this video, comment below or leave a thumbs up. Also, let us know what else you'd like us to open, or some other things you might like that we didn't cover in our Studio Ghibli month.